続きまして北海道出身パトリックこと長谷川龍さんによりますなまらでっかい北海道です。パトリック、よろしくお願いいたします。
ありがとうございました。Thank you, my friends. こんにちは。皆さんお待ちかねの IBS のジャニーズ王子ことパトリック長谷川龍です。こんにちは。実はこの今流れたよさこいソーラン祭りでおなじみなんですけど、ソーラン節は北海道の民謡だったんです。知ってましたか？ありがとうございます。で、そんな北海道について皆さんは何か他に知っていることありますか？ギセン大泉洋詳しい人がいたんで、この辺にしといて北海道といえば、そうです、そういう全部正解なんですけど、それ以外にもちろんこの僕がちょうど今着ているのはアイヌ民族の衣装なんですけど、そういうアイヌの文化であったり江戸からこう始まる開拓の歴史であったりさまざまな歴史が浅いんですけど、150年間という中でいっぱい詰まっているので、そんな北海道を今日は発表したいと思います。それではよろしくお願いします。When you think of Hokkaido, what kind of image comes to mind? Perhaps you think of vast nature, delicious food, or famous events such as the Sapporo Snow Festival. Indeed, Hokkaido is one of Japan's most popular tourist destinations, attracting people from all over the country and even from abroad. However, beyond the guidebooks, Hokkaido has a lesson known but fascinating history. Today, I would like to introduce a part of the history and invite you to see Hokkaido from a new perspective. First of all, when we talk about the history of Hokkaido, we cannot ignore the Ainu people. Recently, thanks to the manga Golden Kamuy, more people have become familiar with them. The Ainu have lived for hundreds, perhaps even thousands of years in Hokkaido, Sakhalin, and Kuril Island. They regarded nature as sacred, believing that God resided in mountains, rivers, and every living creature. One of the most similar traditions in Ainu culture is the Iyomante, or the ceremony for sending of the bear spirit. The Ainu believed that bears were actually mountain god Kamui, who came to the human world in animal form. Therefore, hunting bear was not just a hunting. It was a sacred ritual to honor send back a god. This ceremony beautifully represents Ainu culture and spirit for living in harmony with nature. However, from the Edo period onward, more settler came from mainland Japan, and the Ainu gradually lost their social and economic advantages. In the Meiji era, the government assimilation policy banned Ainu language, ceremony, and their hunting tradition, like the Yamante. As a result, many Ainu people were forced to hide their social and economic advantage, identity and culture. For a long time, this history, named and told, overshadowed by Hokkaido's image, like tourist paradise. Fortunately, in recent years, efforts to revive and re-evaluate Ainu culture have been growing. The opening of Upapoi, the National Ainu Museum Park, is one such effort. A major step towards reflecting on the past, promoting multicultural coexistence. Next, let us look at the development of Hokkaido during the Meiji period. The Meiji government renamed the region, then called Ezochi, to Hokkaido, and began full-scale development. The goal was not only agricultural growth, but also national defense in the north. To achieve this, the government established the Kaitakushi, Hokkaido Development Commission, which invited American experts to introduce Western agriculture and engineering techniques. One of the best-known examples is founding of the Sapporo Agricultural College, today's Hokkaido University. The Dr. William S. Clark's famous words, "Always be ambitious," reflected the hope to develop Hokkaido, renowned as a new frontier. Even today, the university campus still features Western-style building and tree-lined avenue that remain of these influences. Other symbols of modernization from that era include the Sapporo Clock Tower and Sapporo Beer Brewery, established by Murahashi Hisanari from Kagoshima, formerly Satsuma Domain. However, this pioneering history was not without hardship. Many settlers faced a severe cold, hunger, and disease while struggling to cultivate the vast and tamed land. Despite these challenges, their dedication laid foundation for the Hokkaido we know today. Another lesson known part of the Hokkaido's history is its connection with World War II. In the final day of the war, the Soviet Union suddenly attacked Japan and advanced into the Koyu Island and Sakhalin. Few people know that the Soviets even planned to land in northern Hokkaido. If that plan had been carried out, it might have been divided like post-war Germany, and could have ceased to be part of Japan. After the war, many people were evacuated from Sakhalin, Koyu Island, and began new lives in Hokkaido. Some communities of their returning and their descendants still remain, carrying unique history and tradition. Looking at all this, we can see Hokkaido is far more than just a tourist destination. It is a land where diverse culture and history intersect, like the tradition of the Ainu spirit, Edo period frontier spirit, and international tension of wartime Japan, all woven together to form modern Hokkaido. When we visit Hokkaido, enjoying its breathtaking scenery and delicious food is wonderful, of course. But by reflecting on the past, on the history, and the people who shaped it, we can gain a much deeper understanding of this. Beyond its beauty as a travel destination, the true charm of Hokkaido lies in the struggle, hope, and respect for diversity. Define its throughout history. 私たちは縄文の時代のアイヌから続くこの伝統的な文化に立ち返り、何か物事に感謝するという精神が今必要であると僕は思います。Thank you very much for listening.
ありがとうございました。エリック先生、could you please give us some comments?
Thank you, Patrick, for a very informative speech about your hometown. There are two movies that I saw that I wanted to mention. First is Yuru Sare Zaru Mono, and the other is Ainu Moshiri. Do you know either of those movies? No? You do, or you don't know? If you don't, it's okay. But I learned a lot about the Ainu from them. Yuru Sare Zaru Mono is, it has a little bit in there about the Meiji era assimilation policy, which was really just, persecution of the Ainu people. And I learned a lot about that from that movie. And Ainu Moshiri deals a lot with the Bear Spirit Festival, and it's about a modern Ainu boy who struggles with his heritage. Both very interesting movies, and they both show, and your speech also illustrates that, a lot, not despite what some people think, Japan is not as homogenous, right? It's actually quite diverse. You have the Ainu people in the north, you have the Okinawan people in the south, you have, even within the Japanese population, you have so much cultural diversity from prefecture to prefecture, or even within a prefecture. Culture in Kagoshima mainland is different from culture in the Kagoshima Islands, right? There's a lot of diversity here. And the attempts to flatten the culture really kind of discount that. But it's what's made Japan such a fascinating place over the years. And I think Hokkaido illustrates that, right? You have the influence of the Japanese settlers, you have the influence of the Ainu people, the people from the Kuril Islands, the influence of Western industry as well. And it's made Hokkaido a very interesting place. And I think it's important to remember that, and remember that all this rich cultural diversity is actually a source of strength. So I think that's a really good message, and thank you for sharing that. Thank you.
学院長コメントをお願いいたします。
面白いですね。日本人が見る目と外国から見る目とね、もう日本は多様性に満ち溢れてると、全部もう一つ一つの県と町を比べても全部違ってると、そのように見えるんですよね。外から見るとね。それから見てもアイヌとか沖縄の世界とね、やっぱりこう違って、ただ僕思うんですけど、オーストラリアに行って原住民がアボリジニがいますよね。たくさん滅ぼされたけど、やっぱりこうアイヌもそんな風に見られたのかなと思うと、ちょっとそんな風に見られた面もあるけど違う面もあると。だからこれ徹底してやっぱり研究して、でこのアイヌの前に住んでたモヨロ人っていうのがいるっていうのも、今学説で出てますよね。だから縄文時代っていうのは一体どういう時代だったのかがまだはっきりこう証明されてない。日高見国っていういわゆる東北から日本人が来たんだという話もあればね、いろいろあるんですけど、非常に興味深い世界ですから、これから君の趣味としてでもいいから研究続けたらいいと思いますね。素晴らしいメッセージでした。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。